Welcome to Women in Business, real conversations with real women, founders, creators, leaders, and risk takers. They're sharing their stories behind their success, how they built it, how they showed up, and what it really takes to do it all. Today we're sitting down with Kate Sukanik, owner of the Greenhouse Biloxi, a vibrant community-driven cafe in the heart of downtown Biloxi. Kate's journey blends creativity and hospitality, from studying interior design and working in commercial spaces, all while staying connected to the restaurant world. She began her first cafe in 2015 and later brought the Greenhouse to Biloxi in 2020, creating a space that feels as good as it looks. She is also deeply rooted in the community, serving as Vice President of Lord Is My Help in Ocean Springs and balancing it all with life as a wife, mom, and someone who truly loves creating, feeding people, and bringing beauty into everyday moments. We're talking about building something meaningful, curating spaces people want to be in, and what it really looks like to do what you love. Welcome, Kate.
So you had a monthly show where you had a single artist up for a month, and then you've transitioned out of doing that into having multiple artists, and like you said, it's more vibrant, it shines more light on more artists, and then you've also started with a maker's market. And so tell us about your beautiful space. You have an alley attached because you are on the corner of the building. You have this beautiful alley that you've created with a beautiful mural and tables and plants and just exactly what you would think when you think a cute little coffee shop. And so tell us about this maker's market.
Okay, so in Ocean Springs, when we had Porter, the Greenhouse on Porter, we had a monthly maker's market. And I had just gotten back from Australia, and a lot of their thrift stores were called op shops or opportunity shops.
Oh,
isn't it cute?
Yes.
And so we called it the op shop over there. And I should just bring that name back over here because I think it's the cutest
It
name.
is adorable.
And but I've always wanted to give more opportunity to people. It's just hot here.
It is hot.
You know, so we can't do something all year long. I mean, we could, but it's just concrete walls, brick ground. We'll have it covered soon. So our alley is something that's been a work in progress since we moved in. It was pretty good hangout for homeless and places for people to sleep when we first opened. There's a lot of holly trees, which were an interesting choice to plant back there.
Yes.
And a wonky sidewalk. Well, Main Street was able to take the sidewalk out, cut down the trees, and brick it. And so that was step one. And now we've been able to make a maker's market, and we've had 5 or 6 vendors each time, sometimes 3 or 4 depending on the month. And we've tried to do it fair weather since nobody wants to be in an alley for 5 hours in the middle of the summer.
Yes.
But it's been really wonderfully successful. We've had all kinds of people back there. We've had some vintage clothes. We have a woman who loves vintagey things, and so she makes things out of her fabrics and teapots and teacups and all of these cute little things. Farrell Rodriguez is a tattoo artist, and his prints are phenomenal. They're topsy-turvy, a lot of them, so you have it one way and you've got this beautiful set of monsters, and you flip it around and you have a whole new set.
Oh, how creative.
But they're not scary, they're just kind of adorable. And then his sister does a lot of stickers and things like that. And so we've had all kinds of random people through there, and it's just been really fun to have. We've also thrown dinners out there. Had private dinners out there where people have come through, and we've just lined it alley with candles and long tables, and just it's been really fun. And so it's been really great to have this kind of secret alley space outside that sometimes you look at it and you're like, that's space, but it's slowly coming together as things do. Sometimes things take time, and it's more fun when they take time because you really want it, but you also have the time to really get it the way that it needs to be.
Right, and you having that education from the interior design and then your natural creativity, I'm sure has really been helpful to you in creating spaces. And you had mentioned earlier that with your space now, you wish your kitchen was triple the size. And it was a old Subway that had been closed down when you moved in. So it's still not a huge restaurant space. But what I have noticed is that you use every square inch.
Oh yeah.
It's usable, but not in an overcrowded way. Like
Thank
it's
you.
just done in a way that like you've packed a lot of, there's a lot of love packed in that tiny space, and it's important.
I would do well
to
in
be,
New York in an apartment.
Yes. So, and you've created this wonderful space, and you're sharing your success with these artists that are up and coming, with pretty much anyone that has started on a creative journey and wants that opportunity.
Yes.
Like we've talked a lot about like taking opportunity in this interview series and when it's there, and that's the first little step in the door, you know, and being able to provide that to a younger artist or an artist that's just kind of like branching out and getting the confidence to have their own table at a spot. That's a really beautiful thing to give back specifically to the art community.
When it's important too, you know, because you have your big shows and you have all of the things, but a lot of the younger artists don't have those opportunities because booths at shows are expensive.
Booths at shows are expensive, and they're often being asked to donate pieces, and with the implication that, oh, you donate and you get this coverage, but if you donate a piece to a silent auction, that's not the same as you standing there with your pieces and explaining like where your vision came from, and you know, the vintage lady you were just speaking about, like that, like her stuff is really intricate and very cool and very creative,
and it's just a side hustle for her.
Yes.
You know, and so it's really nice that she can go out and have a place and a space to have her side hustle.
Exactly. So, but keeping with this theme of like giving back, something I've just always admired about you is you have always made space in your life, no matter how busy you were with pregnancy, opening a new location, tiny babies. You have always made time to give back. And you have been on the board of Lord Is My Help for
close to 10 years.
So let's talk. Y'all have your big fundraiser every year.
We do.
It's Feed the Need, and so let's talk a little bit about that. And then you're currently involved in another fundraiser that you've had such a heavy hand in creating for CASA. If you're unaware of what CASA is Court Appointed Advocates for Foster Kids. So let's talk about Feed the Need in Ocean Springs first.
So Feed the Need started because the Lord Is My Help, which is their local soup kitchen. It provides meals in-house, Meals on Wheels, and a pantry for people, was running out of money. And they were desperate to figure out how to keep the doors open. And I've got friends who were family of the woman that started the Lord Is My Help, Miss Kay. And so we had a giant group of friends, and we sat down like, well, how do we do this? And so we're like, we'll just do a fish fry. We'll get some music. So we had so many friends that were playing in music at the time. And so it came together beautifully. And so now it's your favorite Sunday of the year. We've got bands. We have over 1,000 people attend. We're still frying fish in the back of the grocery, you know, and it's 500, 600 pounds of fish a day, you know, the day. And we raise money for it. And so once we started with that, and within a couple years, they asked me to be on the board. And so I was on the board and kind of got my feet wet doing some of that. And I really do love feeding people. I don't think anyone should go hungry at all, no matter what the circumstances are. You know, people just get down on their luck. People just had a rough day. Sometimes you just forgot your wallet, you know, and you could have paid if you'd had your wallet, you know, but you still shouldn't go hungry just because you don't have any extra money. So we've always fed people, whether it was, you know, just a biscuit and some honey butter, you know, to get you on your way. And to some people I've sat down and fed full meals too, because clearly you need this meal, you know, and it is going to get you to the next day. And I just really, there's so much food that it really shouldn't be an issue. Everyone should have a meal. And it's just important. I don't really think about, you know, giving back. I think more of it as being or participating in our community rather than a tit for tat, or I get this, you get that, you know, because there's some days there I won't need anything for a long time, but then suddenly all of a sudden I'm down here and I'm like, Rachel, please help me solve this problem, you know, and that's just the same. You giving me ideas as this person, you know, is me feeding someone else, right? so the more that we can help each other in any way, as long as you're not overstepping by all means, you can see people who are clearly just out for handouts.
Sure.
And who could do it on their own. But I really think the more that we can work together, no matter who you are in our community, CEOs versus the guy walking down the street who hasn't been indoors in 7 days, we all have something to contribute. And we can all help each other out, whether it is a smile, that cup of coffee in the morning, a free meal, or even just a bouncing ideas off of,
Well, it's like leaving crumbs.
Yeah.
If we all left some crumbs of what we can give, and we all have our different talents.
That's true.
No one wants to eat a biscuit I made.
And no one wants to be dressed by me.
So it is about the leaving the crumbs. It's about the notion of paying it forward, and I think that it's the ultimate way of showing thanks to the universe, your circumstances, of being able to. We meet a lot of homeless people here in downtown, and for the most part, some of them are like talking to a small child. We have small children.
Yes.
My very smart 6-year-old cannot survive on the streets, and although this person is in an adult body, there are oftentimes they just slip through the cracks, and even if they were able to get their medications, they would not be able to.
They can't get pull-down jobs.
They cannot, and they're not employable.
Yeah. Or the jobs they can get are not going to house them.
Or not going to house them.
And get them the vehicle they need to get back and forth.
Yes, and we see a lot of transformation too, in both directions.
Yeah,
and so we have really been able, as a community of business owners, to see a lot of that firsthand, especially being some of the first ones down here. And because, like you said, when you first opened the building, it was vacant for about 7 years before. This was a vacant building that needed turnaround, the overgrowth of the holly bushes. So this is, when we say up and coming, we mean an up and coming on the level of there are still vacant buildings that have not been occupied since Katrina.
How cute is that building? The whole thing.
It has come such a long way. It has come such a long way. So, and so the feed the need and the Lord is my help. So that was your first kind of like constant charity, and then they have their big main event every year. So let's talk about CASA. So CASA, the month of April is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and Main Street, again, they have been so wonderful to us small businesses. They have given us a little bit of play money. Each little tiny area say, okay, you've got this play money to do a community event, and they're letting us kind of go with that. And so what we've decided with our building and our surrounding little businesses that are participating is to do a fundraiser for CASA, and then of course celebrate with a party.
Of course.
So we're celebrating with a derby party, and what we've done is each of these 12 businesses have all gotten a horse. They've decorated their horse, and then throughout the month of April, customers are able to place a bet on the business's horse, and then we will be racing these horses in a game with dice. They are toy horses. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a hat contest. It's a derby day, and so
and you can make your own hat.
And you can make your own hat, and so it really is come together. We started this process about a month ago,
way too late.
Yeah, way too late. way too late. But it has really quickly become something that I'm already looking forward to next year's, and how we're going to build upon it, because this has been, it's such a special thing. Just for reference, our CASA serves 3 counties. Our county, Harrison County, had 119 foster children that did not have a representative. And this is a you go through training. It's a volunteer basis. It takes about 10 hours a month. You go through training, and then you are this foster child's constant person that goes to their doctor's appointments with them, goes to their court dates with them, checks in on them once a month to make sure that they're in a good foster home and they're being treated well. So it's a really big deal, and CASA needs more volunteers. And so this has been something that has been really neat coming together in
hopefully,
this.
if nothing else, it helps bring awareness to some of our problems and what we can do to help, and because it's so important to keep these children's well-being and their safety. It's important to us as mothers in general, but in our community, we want to raise the next generation as a whole to be the best that they can be.
And we want to give these children tools to where they're able to look back as adults and reflect back on this hard time in their life, and it not continue to beat them down for the rest of their life. They need to see that light. They need to be able to say, okay, I do have the power to change me. I have the power to not let this define me. What this awful thing that happened, the person that was supposed to care for me did not care for me in the way that they should have. And to be able to see examples of good adults, I use that word loosely, but good adults, caring adults that may not even have, but don't have any blood relation to them, but they're there to care for them.
Right.
And to plant that seed of care is there. There is. And what you went through was not normal.
Right.
And you don't have to ever accept that it is.
Correct.
So
I agree.
So we're going to get to our quick little rapid fire questions of the interview process. So I'm going to ask you a few questions really quickly. So, coffee or tea?
Yes. I'm a coffee in the morning, and then I will have a cup of tea in the afternoon a lot. I love iced tea. I love hot tea.
Okay, I'm a hot tea girl. I start with my coffee, and then I move into, I always like peppermint tea.
Yes.
So, okay, sweet or savory?
Also, yes. I tend more towards savory, but I do love a good sweet treat most of the time. I'm not going to eat sweet for breakfast.
I typically do the savory as well for breakfast, but in the afternoon,
give me all the sugar.
Give me some chocolate. So, are you an early morning?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't have to finish that.
We don't need to finish that.
I've never been good at closing. I don't want to tidy everything up and put it back in its spot. I want to get everything out.
Yeah. And what is your go-to order at your own cafe?
Well, I'm an a la carte girl, and so I get a piece of toast with avocado mash and 2 fried eggs. But I will say I can't have dairy, and so otherwise it would be a biscuit, with fried eggs and avocado probably. So, sticking to the toast.
So, what is it that you hope people feel when they walk into the greenhouse?
That they belong.
Oh, I love that.
I don't want anyone to come in and feel uncomfortable. I want people to come in and say, oh, this is my space. And I want it to be for everybody. I want it to be from the guy that walked in off the street that hadn't been inside in 6 years, or even the CEO of one of the casinos. I want it to be everyone's space. I want people to leave in a better mood than they came in, even if they're already in a great mood. And I want them to feel like they can come hang out and talk to us. We want to be a part of their community just as we want to be a part of theirs.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I think that you do that. I think that you have sincerely accomplished that. It has always been a place that, I think about it and it makes me smile.
Thanks.
It's that kind of place. I have a friend, and I'm from Alabama. We know pimento cheese. And when she was in town, I was like, I cannot wait for you to try this pimento cheese. I was like, it's just my favorite. I'm not even going to describe it. You have to have the experience. That was years ago when actually you were still in Ocean Springs the first time she came in town, and I took her there, and she still talks about that amazing pimento cheese. So And I do think that that's what makes your place so special. It's not just the food. It's not just the amazing coffee. It truly is the people. It's the energy. It is that whole creation of blending together space, community, and food.
Yeah. We have one of our regulars, Jen, calls it the Cheers of Biloxi.
Oh, what
he gets a sweet little compliment.
Yes, that is so wonderful. Kate, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. You guys can find Kate in her shop in downtown Biloxi. We're going to have all of her links as well. And we appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you do for our community. And I am so happy that I get to call you a friend.
Same. Thanks for having me. It's been really fun to be on your podcast. Cheers. I've always enjoyed chatting with you. We just don't have enough time.
No, we can chat all day, y'all.
All day.